Hi Aries, welcome to your reading. So as with all my readings, I'll start by with a reminder of the way that I read energy, not gender. That cards are coming out fast. That means that anyone can come out as a king, queen, prince, princess, knight. Coming out so fast. Knight, page, emperor, empress. It has more to do with if you're in your masculine or feminine energy. Masculine energy gives and takes action. Feminine energy receives and nurtures. We all have both, so it's just more about how it pertains to the way that you're coming across concerning the situation that the reading is about. I'll read this as a love story. That doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a love story. This can pertain to friends, family, coworkers, business deals, what have you. The energy is fluid, so when I say Aries, that might be you, or it might pertain to somebody that's in the situation with you. Just get in where you fit in if the story resonates for you and enjoy it from that perspective. If it doesn't resonate, please don't try to make it fit. If this does resonate for you, please subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to have a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below on YouTube, and that will take you to my website, which is thistlittlelighealing.com. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Like I said, the energy here can be fluid. What is showing up here for me is the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, as it pertains to a relationship that I think has been over for quite some time. You can be the Knight of Pentacles and be male or female. The Queen of Swords can be male or female. It just depends on the situation. Like I said, you know who you are in the reading. And it just depends on what's happening in the story. So, this Knight of Pentacles... Okay, hold on. This Knight of Pentacles is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. And the Knight of Pentacles is he can be very reliable, but he can also be a pretty slow-moving sort of knight. Slow to make decisions. He can be frustrating at times. And it would seem that at some point this Queen of Swords and this Knight of Pentacles parted ways. And I don't think it's just been like a few weeks or a few months. I think it's been many months, perhaps a year or years even, that they've been away from each other, because it's showing me that a lot of time has passed since these two were together. And since that time, they've both been on their own sort of journey. And it seems like this Knight of Pentacles has been on a sort of, I don't know, karmic, that he's been paying a lot of karmic debts, maybe. That he's been having a lot of realizations about maybe why certain things are happening in his life. Karma is very real. You know, whatever we put out, we get back. It's a boomerang. If you put out good, you're going to get good back. If you put out bad, you're going to get bad back. You know, it doesn't happen in perfect timing all the time, but it does happen. The universe will balance things out. Nice. This queen decided when this was over that what had happened in the past was not good for her. That this was not, whatever the situation had been with this knight, it did not serve her well. And she went on a sort of soul quest. And since that time, she's really elevated herself quite a bit. She's become more mature in a lot of ways, especially spiritually, and just really evolved. She's become wiser. She's sort of recreated herself in this time. And this knight, you know, I don't know if they are in the same social circle still, or if he's watching her on social media or what the situation is, but he's aware of the changes that have taken place with this queen. He's aware of it. He can see it. And he doesn't want anyone to know, but his heart's been very broken over the loss of this queen. And he's very prideful. Yeah, he's very prideful, but he has decided to let go of that long enough to come forward and make her an offer with the Knight of Cups. The offer could be, you know, anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be an offer of love. It could be an apology. It could be, you know, all kinds of different things. Just friendship or love, or, you know, who knows what the situation is here. Well, I do a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into what we have so far, which is, when I asked how Aries is feeling, we have the moon. And in this particular deck, it means manipulation. You can see how they're being puppeted. And I think that in the past, that this King of Pentacles, or excuse me, this Knight of Pentacles, has been able to very easily puppeteer this queen, manipulate her, get things to go his way quite often. And I think he's thinking that that's still the case. And then for the situation, we have the Six of Cups and the Six of Wands. And the Six of Cups in the traditional tarot, it's a soulmate connection. It can mean childhood patterns. It can mean a lot of different things. But in this particular deck, its meaning is longing for a time in the past, longing for something to go back in time, to a different time, to when things, you know, were good. And then we also have the Six of Wands here, and you can see we have this little moon creature, or whatever it is depicted here, is kind of being reborn in this blossom. And this knight is wanting a rebirth of times gone by with Queen of Pentacles, which is this Queen of Swords, same energy, she's just being depicted here. He's wanting to go back in time. That was a good time for him, and I don't think that he necessarily realized it at the time. The next thing that we have is the obstacle, and the obstacle is, we have the Page of Swords and the Five of Swords. The Page of Swords is this queen who is seeing things much more clearly now than she ever has before. She's very astute. She doesn't have rose-colored glasses on anymore. She sees things as they really are. And what she sees is this knight who was very arrogant, very, there was no humility in him. And where I don't think in the past she saw it very clearly, she sees it very clearly now. So let's find out what the energy to embrace to overcome that obstacle for our knight is. This energy to overcome this obstacle, please. So the Seven of Wands energy, which has this fellow, I suppose, coming out of the woods. Coming out from the cold, maybe, is kind of what I'm hearing. But then it's paired with the Nine of Swords, which is anxiety, not... What I'm getting from this is that this knight shouldn't be so sure that if he comes forward with an offer that it will be accepted. That he has reason to worry. Tell me about, let's clarify on it. So we're going to clarify using the Kipper deck. Clarify on Nine of Swords, Seven of Wands. It's the energy to embrace. I mean, it's not very often that the advice for the energy to embrace is to be worried about. I mean, I guess sometimes you should be worried. That's too many. That's too many. Clarify on the energy to embrace to overcome this obstacle, please. Thief and courtship. And then we have official person and wealthy man. This queen might have someone new in her life. I'm getting that because we have the courtship, where if that's the intent of this king of, or this knight of pentacles, and then we have thief, it may be that somebody's already taken that place, this official person, wealthy man. And the man can be, you know, man, woman, whatever. How would this queen feel about, how would the queen, we're going to ask how this queen would feel about this knight coming forward with an offer. Well, let me get another card to go with it. So this queen is really elevated because we get the High Priestess and the Empress. The High Priestess oftentimes doesn't speak. She doesn't talk. So if this knight comes forward, he might want to be prepared for this Empress or this queen to not even speak to him. But the other thing I'm noticing is that both of these women creatures depicted here are like, it looks like they're bracing themselves. Like this queen might be very defensive when it comes to this knight coming forward with an offer. So let's use the Kipper deck again to clarify on how this queen, well, I don't even know. Well, we know how she feels. She feels she's either not going to talk or she's going to be very defensive or protective of herself. What does this knight want to offer? What is this knight offering? That was clear. Main male expectation lovers. So for a lot of you, this knight is coming back and wanting to offer love. you know, this night could have changed. The only thing I'm really seeing here that indicates that he hasn't is how Aries is feeling, which is this feeling of being manipulated with this moon energy. Honestly, I think it's going to depend on the situation, you know, who you're dealing with. I think there might be some of these nights that are the same as they've ever been, and some, you know, that may have evolved. You know, it might be a different situation. So let's get advice for you from Wisdom Oracle, and hope that this provided some clarity for you. So we get advice for Aries concerning this reading, please. So 3 cards dropped for you. You got Here and Now, which is making me think we should deal with what's current and not what's in the past, with how people, and this is if both parties are interested in even continuing, you know, or picking up this relationship, but focusing on now, focusing on here and now, and who these people are now and not who they used to be. And then we have the Fates, which makes me wonder, you know, for some of you this might be a fated relationship. And then By the Book, which really makes me think that things need to be, this is the bottom of the deck, yeah, truth be told. That makes me wonder if, you know, what makes me think that things need to be done differently than they have been in the past, because I don't think in the past that this knight treated her very well. So that's what I have for you this time, Aries. I hope that this provided some clarity for you, and please hit subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you'd like to schedule that personal reading, you can do that at thislittlelighealing.com. Thanks for listening.